So let's talk about Pharros. Pharros is the guy that makes the lockstones. Probably? Maybe? What else do we know about him? Not much, because Homeboy doesn't actually show up in this game. Or does he? Let me slap this together for you. Make a little puzzle for your brain. Hands down, bar none, the grand majority of Pharros' spooky bondage holes are in one of two places. One, the Grave of Saints, which is full of dirty rats, and two, Doors of Pharros, also full of devious rodents, but I'm sure it's a coincidence. Stop looking at me like that. Why would a rat even buy sunglasses? That's ridiculous. The Rat King, can we call him that? Is that copyrighted? Actually mentions there was a human before you that loved rats.
By a human who was once among us.
It'd probably be weird to offhandedly mention that sort of thing if it weren't some strange shade of significant, and that plus their propensity for lockstones.
Knowest thee of the lockstones?
Makes me think there might be some kind of a connection? I don't know, maybe Pharros was the original rat bro? So let's assume I'm pretty close to right, not just making this shit up as I go along. I totally am, though. I mean, it makes sense, don't it? Doors of Pharros is literally fucking named after the guy. I assume he's actually been there once or twice. Full of rats. In fact, I'd even go so far as to speculate, and this is one I have no evidence for, so feel free to discard this one. It's on me, baby. I'd go so far as to speculate that Pharros might have been a dwarf. I mean, the Gyrmados? Fucking dwarves live in a place named after him. You'd think they'd name it something else if they didn't really give a hot shit about Pharros. I'd hate to think we got this Avatar Last Samurai thing going on where the champion of both rat and dwarf societies was actually a human the whole time. That'd be racist. But I don't know. He's probably human and I just have a weird thing for dwarves. I just know Doors of Pharros is definitely tits high in rodentry, and it's also the world's #2 supplier of stone babushka ladies. You'd probably recognize these sweet old madams better if they were vomiting gratuitous amounts of Well, let's jump to some more baseless conclusions. I bet the soul of a nameless soldier that the man behind all these fragile toxic grandmas is none other than motherfucking Pharros. I mean, it fits his MO. Stone artifact looks perfectly innocuous until you try to fiddle with it. Then it shits out corrosive splooge, you So what about the #1 spot for nasty grannies? Ever popular vacation spot, The Gutter? Maybe you've heard of it. And its adjacent doo-doo bin, Black Gulch, become more densely populated with venomous old sisters the further down you go. So what are they there for? And why did Pharros become such an asshole when he got to the gutter? What, are you telling me you didn't? Well, assuming Pharros even made the stupid things, that might be a stretch in itself, I'm just saying. I have a couple theories. The most obvious? Waste disposal. The gutter is a big gross hole where people dump their garbage. What could be better suited for that purpose than a shit ton of acid? It's like little spinning blades in some people's sinks. It serves a useful purpose, even though you know it's really just a short circuit away from being a footnote in a Stephen King story. As you go deeper into the gutter, though, things get kind of messed up. Suddenly there's old ladies everywhere, and they start looking all nasty. Rather than just being clustered about haphazardly, it's like they're leading you forward, pushing you into the darkness, drawing you closer and closer to... Oh, man. It's like he's trying to put that statue back together, but he can't. You don't think... Nah, no way. Pharros couldn't be in there somewhere, right? I mean, the Rotten does sometimes drop a Pharros lockstone when you cut his arm off, even though there's like 100 things that make way more sense falling out of the Rotten. His description does mention him embracing all, the way Pharros was friends to both rats and dwarves. I guess it's possible that Pharros is part of that mess, trying to do Pharros-y things with his big multi-man sausage fingers, fighting against the will of the Horde. Maybe if I had a little more evidence, maybe if I could find another screwed up, half-baked thing like that statue. Something that Pharros likes to make, but he just couldn't manage to do it because he... Oh no. Pharros, man. Nah. If you want more baseless speculation and blatant misinterpretation of Dark Souls lore, like and subscribe below. Leave a comment about things you might want me to ramble about. But if Pharros was a dwarf, why would the Rat King call him a human? Well, see, rats can't tell the difference because they're dumb rats. I don't know, he's probably not a dwarf. It was just wishful thinking.